Hey guys, it's Lucid. Welcome back. Got another turn for you. It is turn 77. And, yeah, if you recall last episode, we conquered Ys. And, yeah, so things are going very good for us with that war winding to a close. It was very expensive, and it is nice having, having that wind down. So I think I told him, good game or something, and he said, indeed well played. And then Ys, with the message to everybody, says, "Alas, Ys has fallen. The cruel might of Atlantis was too much for us. Per aspera ad astra." But not sometimes. I don't actually know what that means. I probably should have looked it up, but to wish... I don't know. Somebody will put it in the comments, probably. But I don't know if I mentioned this. I think I did. But we empowered... Mr. Hands and Astral. So he is now, by default, Astral... what do you call it? Astral 7? And then that gets him up where he can wish. And Mr. Hands is going to wish for magical power. And I'll just show you how we do that. Magical power. And, yeah, that is going to give him one in every path, including Astral, which will put him up to Astral 8. There's a few good things about it. One, if he dies and he loses a path, I'm not going to lose, like, a... Basically, I can keep wishing for more paths. Which is pretty good, because, like, if I die, worst case, I lose Astral. Well, I just go and I cast Wish again, because I'm going to be high enough after this that even if I lose an Astral, I can still wish. So A, that's just good in and of itself. B, that if I do need to do that, I get all my magical paths higher, which is pretty sick. I think I also start getting, like, shock and cold resistance and stuff. I don't actually remember how that part works. But, well, we can probably figure out. Yeah, I think once you get 3 in a path, you start getting some special effect. Like, so when we get air up to 3, we'll start getting some built-in shock resistance, which would be nice, but anyway. Now, why are we doing this? Because it's very expensive. One is just for that particular purpose. The second is, this guy can start preying on Star Children. So he can, once he does wishes for magical powers, it's going to be the same as basically a fire empower. So he'll have fire. So he can turn 1, Phoenix Pyre, and then he can continue to basically do magic duels. And that will be one way to pick off some of these Star Children. And if they're Astral 4, and I am Astral, like, 8... I guess there's still a chance. But most of them, I think, are Astral 3 with gear. Well, I'll have to see. Because it'll preferentially go after the higher ones. But anyway, if I have Phoenix Power, it doesn't really matter. Because it's going to be like an 80-90% chance of killing them. And anyway, that'll be one way to deal with these stupid Star Children. Yeah. Is just a super duper high Astral Pretender. The other thing is, basically, it's going to open up... This guy's going to be such a huge boss. It's going to open up every single spell in the game. Because I'm now going to have all the cross paths. Yeah. I mean, I can potentially do Crystal Shield. I mean, or I could do Power of the Spears, turn 1 of combat. But Crystal Shield will make him very, very strong in the other paths, or stronger than he currently is, and yeah. And I might cast it twice, I'm not sure, because if I get him all the way up to, if I cast it twice, we'll be at Astral 9, and, like, base path, and then, like, Astral 9 base path is kind of ridiculous. At that point, I would be very comfortable sniping down these Star Children with Magic Duel. The other thing it opens up, potentially, when you get really high in Astral, is a spell you do not see very much, which is Strands of Arcane Power, which is something I can cast, but something that is very rare to see. And the reason is because it's basically going to do like a magic duel. You're basically going to have a magic duel type attack with any astral mage in your lands. And so it's the same kind of dice idea. Instead of killing both, whoever it is, it will basically just feeble-mind them. Which sucks if you cast it, because then, yeah, your guys get feeble-minded. Your caster gets feeble-minded and you lose the ultimate. But if you are really strong, it's not likely to happen. And then on my Pretender, I've also got a way to get rid of feeble-mind. So potentially I could get up to like Astral 9. And then if the game goes super late, I can put that up with a ton of gems. Or maybe I do Nexus and then that. Because I don't know how late this game's going to go, but we'll see. We're preparing. There's a lot of uses to being very high in Astral. And we're going to go ahead and do it without necessarily knowing exactly what we're doing. So anyway, he empowered himself in Astral, and we're now wishing for magical power. We cast Dark Knowledge, didn't find anything. We got an Ivy King, and we cast Lichcraft. Blood Hunting is continuing. We had a few battles here, so we attacked. I think Ys was patrolling with whatever he had out here. And he's got some Kernel Druids. And they're doing Communion Master. Presumably to do, like, Gifts of Heaven or something. I know, Soul Slay. But I've got Falling Frost coming out. And there's Acid Rains. And then Falling Frost. And there go the Druids. And Drain Life going off. Liquefy. Falling Frost. Liquefy is a good spell. Some of the Kernel Druids getting ready to run. This guy, a little fatigued. Might not make it off. Okay, so I don't know how this one guy died, but we lost one, but we killed a pretty large amount of stuff. So fortunately for us, that means the walls are going to come down quicker in Robber Home. Robber Home is this one right here. If we just sent a Thug in, the Thug would have died, but this was not the turn for thugging. We sent our Golem in to attack these guys. I think this turn, since this is really the last turn for Ys, I think I'm going to deconstruct a little bit Ys's play. Ys hasn't played a ton of games. We've talked a fair amount about politics and whatnot also. But yeah, I think we'll go into that. So, we'll finish these battles first. Here I'm attacking this little PD with a Golem. Okay. And we have a battle here with Vanheim and Relay. Some Archdevils jumping in, but there's nothing here. Let's actually take a look at that again. Let's see what the Archdevils are kitted out with. This one probably teleported in. Basically just Thug gear. Thug gear. These are thugs. I don't know what they're planning on. This one's going to spam Horde of Skeletons, most likely. Huh. And then some events. We got some gems, lost some population, got some tax. The Dryads, we had basically this stupid fertility cult event come and attack us again. But I think this one... we actually really do need to patrol that down. I don't know the best way to do this. Maybe we take... maybe it's with this person, and we give them... not really sure. Maybe just get mercs and have the mercs patrol them down. Some of these are probably really cheap. Honestly, it would probably... Well, I don't know. It'd take a few turns of the mercs patrolling. Anyway, we'll figure that out later. But that's basically what's happening. None of the forts are destroyed, so we're just sieging them down. We've got this one and this one as the major forts under siege, or in this one. So we've got 3 big armies sieging down forts. But yeah, Ys has lost his capital, it's over. So let's talk a little bit about Ys's play. So I think the first thing is he went for Construction 8 very early. And there's some reasons you want to go... I mean, Construction 8, the items are all unique. So if you want any of them, you got to rush for them. He got Forge of the Ancients up early so he could make items very cheap. So it was a kind of cool idea. Like, let's go Construction 8, let's do Forge of the Ancients, and then let's get some cool items on the cheap. The problem with that is that potentially you don't have some of your other key research when you need it. Like, I only saw Fog Warriors here, basically when he was driving me off his cap. And Fog Warriors, honestly, is something that should have been out pretty early. Like, Fog Warriors is Alt 7, and he definitely had Forge of the Ancients up when we were fighting back here. If he had Alt 7 instead of Construction 7, he could have had Fog Warriors at all these fights. And then basically my troops don't amount for anything. They're pretty much worthless. The only thing that's going to be doing damage is, like, yeah, my mages doing Falling Frost and stuff like that. I mean, even the water elementals would get pretty punished. So, Fog Warriors was kind of the thing that it makes Ys really strong. Only your cap-only mages can do it, but you don't have so many Movark armies that you really need it. So that's the first thing, is not having Fog Warriors in all these early fights. I think if he had that, I should not have won a war against Ys on the land, really. There was something, I mean, it wouldn't have helped you versus Mr. Hands, right? Which was how you lost, like, this major conflict and then this earlier conflict, too. So, like, you lost a ton of knights to Mr. Hands. And Fog Warriors wouldn't have helped with that. In fact, you could argue Construction 8 had some items which probably could have killed Mr. Hands, like Mage Bane or something like that. But yeah, I think in general, Fog Warriors super key for early research. Came a little late. I think he thought that the war was going to go a little better for them than it did. Like, I think he kept thinking he would turn it around. And he and I were talking a few times discussing peace terms, and I was like, well, I'm going to want, like, a lot of this. And he didn't end up accepting. The thing is, honestly, like, I would have wanted a lot, but, like, this land is actually really hard for me to hold against Pythium or somebody like that, or Tianchi. It's like all the coastal stuff that's easy. So once he got weak enough where the Movarks, like most of his Movarks were destroyed, there was no longer really any incentive for me to have peace with him. So at that point, it was like, go for the throat, go for Ys's cap. And then once I have that, I'll pick off everything else. So yeah, I think that's basically what happened there. But yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, like, research priorities, all the little thuggy trading back and forth. He did a pretty good job trying to counter-raid with mages and small amounts of troops. I think I've got probably a better nation for that. He could have done more cloud trapezing thugs, probably, like some of his... let's take a look and see who can do it. I know they can do it. So the Morgan princesses can all cloud trapeze. They're pretty expensive, but yeah, there you go. These ones, the Morgan champions, can't. So, Morgan princesses cloud trapezing, and then being glamour, they're not They're not stealthy, so I don't think they can hide. Though I could be wrong. I'm not really an elf player, but anyway, like having those like either raid my lands would have been kind of annoying. Problem is, you know, if they're doing deep raiding, I can just teleport my own guys on top of them, or enough, and I can teleport a lot. Like enough to kill, or I can mind hunt them. So, probably not a very good venture, but it's worth doing if you're picking off like a raiding squad I have. But I don't know, I was pretty good about trying to get, I think, a lot of my guys out where they wouldn't be too risky, like putting them on retreat orders and stuff, but anyway. Like this golem, I don't think I did, but I probably should. Like, if he's going to get attacked, let's have him go ahead and do return. Do I really want to do return? I don't think we will. Well, he's not going to get magic phased attack. Let's not get ourselves. Where the hell is that thing? Body ethereal. Okay. And this guy's just gonna go jump on top. If they're making water elementals here, we're probably in trouble. We obviously see Pythium preparing for some mischief. But honestly, like, dude, it's not gonna work. I'm just gonna tell you, it ain't going to work. There's no way. It's just not gonna happen. I'm gonna have Army of Gold. I'm gonna have Water Elementals, or I'll just send in Mr. Hands. Because I've now, this was like negative Dominion, but I've now got my Dominion up to 3, and it's gonna be going right on up. And Pythium has Gift of Health, which they stole from Tianchi. So presumably they would like to have their Dominion in here. And then they don't have a nap with me either, so they can attack anytime they want. I could do like a huge PD dump, like this, and then put what should we do? Do I have a Ring of Returning to give him? I don't think it's really worth a Ring of Returning. I think he just does this. Summon Earth Power, and then Army of Gold. And then maybe we have you do Power the Spheres, and then Anti-Magic. Something like this. And then we'll have you be the caster of... I think he's probably going to attack. But we'll have him go ahead and put up. Grip of Winter. And then this guy can do... Maybe we'll let you Frostfend. And then Shark Attack. Okay, that should give them enough gems to get through it. This takes 3. It's only 100 fatigue, so he'll definitely be able to get through it. I think they'll be fine. They'll just give these guys bodyguards. And yeah, we're going to waste some research points, but the Pythium player isn't really interested in in naps or anything. Which, I get that. I kind of like the idea of playing with fewer naps. I mean, you could do like a napless game. I'm not really saying take it that far, but... Okay, I think we need to get this guy way over here. We're gonna attack Tianchi eventually. There we go. You can make it all the way here, and then... you know, ideally Fog Warriors would be super sick. Okay, have her sneak. I think actually I want to give her the trident to go underwater. I think she can Fog Warriors. What's Fog Warriors? 5. So she needs to be Air 4. Shit. I gotta give her a crystal shield. So she can't hold that. I want to make it so she doesn't die. I think we're gonna have to give her a Ring of Returning. We could probably use a few more of those. Yeah. And, like, I don't expect him to attack this turn, but we're just gonna be, you know, like a little prepared. Okay, now what is this guy gonna cast? So we've got Army of Gold. Frostfind, a Shark Attack, Anti-Magic, Summon Water Power. Now this guy is going to do Summon Water Power, Grip of Winter. Like so. Friendly Currents is always nice to have up. I think that's it. I mean, ideally I would have more stuff, but whatever. This is just kind of like a modest defense. Now, presumably, if he does the same, we're not going to have a lot of water elementals, which is kind of a problem. Like, maybe you do. Like, do I... How important is the fatigue play? Depends how many mages he's bringing. If it's just undead and, like, illithids, it's not actually that important. So, the alternative, and maybe this is the better alternative, because Shark Attack's important, though. But maybe turn 1 is going to be, like, Living Water, and then Shark Attack. And then maybe this guy is going to get a hold, and then Army of Gold. That way we'll get at least a round of... and then maybe we say, this is not for us. Like this. Yeah, I mean, I think this is pretty legit. And then, if he brings these illithids... Do I have a nature... I think we'll do Foul Vapors. Let's make another Thistle Mace here. This actually is, like, super simple. Okay. And now, what do I want to... I think... Honestly, I think we want to do Poison Ward twice and then Foul Vapors. Like... It's going to cost 100 fatigue, but if we put 2 gems in it, it'll cost 50, plus encumbrance. Which is not going to be trivial exactly. I would like... So say Rainbow Armor. I need something with Reinvigoration. Who did I give the Reinvigoration item to? Yeah, it's nice to have on you, but it's actually like really critical on her. So this will mean we can cast it pretty quickly. Okay, maybe we actually move everybody up here. Yeah, I think that's gonna fuck him pretty good. If he comes in and attacks with everything, it will be really hilarious, actually. And honestly, we needed to do this, you know? Like, I've kind of been neglecting this area, but... we were talking, and, he was like, yeah, I said something like, oh, we have a nap, don't we? And he was like, no, we definitely don't. And, like, something about the way he said it, it made me think, oh shit, he's probably about to attack me. Which is cool and all. Like, he said that he was going to attack a TNG, but I mean, look, it does not look like it. He's totally gonna attack me. The idea, though, like, the boldness to think he can win underwater against me after I just conquered Pelagia and Ys, it's very bold. It's a bold freaking idea. Honestly, TNG has the right idea here. It looks like they've been fighting all... And, TNG's just trying to get bigger faster than everybody else. Which is, I mean, it's kind of the name of the game. Okay, we site searched everywhere for nature over here. Okay, we've done a much better job than we had done. Ooh, we haven't site searched here. It's okay. So yeah, if you couldn't tell from now, we're doing this turn together from the beginning. You know, this one could honestly use... you know, we have the gem, so we're gonna do it. This, I have not site searched for shit. I guess I always assumed, you know, it was mine for a little while until Pythium took it from me. But, apparently that's not really true. So we're probably gonna site search here, and then probably, like, next turn he's gonna take it. We'll site search for Earth. It's always good, you know, even late in the game, remember to go do your site searching. Okay, we've kind of built up a lot of these. I haven't really organized them, but we'll put them on people rather than organize them. We'll come back and figure out what to do with them. We changed the script for these armies. It had been water elementals, and when we went on land, it basically became instant falling frost, which you can see was very effective. But we did do a few casts of living water. Man, Atlantis is so good on land, actually. Look at that. God, that's scary. That is scary. Okay, so this army needs a nature mage. I've really got to get another... We'll do it in a minute, but I've got to make another Ivy King and get him down there pronto. Actually, maybe this first one goes, because this war with Tianchi is probably going to be taking longer than I, otherwise would have wanted. Oh my god, he can move here? Okay, what's the fastest way to get here? It is to move there. It's dangerous. I like dangerous, though. I mean, what could we do here? We could do Creeping Doom. Cannot be cast underwater. Shit. Can Swarm be cast underwater? It can. Creeping Doom can't. How interesting. Okay. Don't know if that's a good idea or not, but we're gonna do it. It's risky, but sometimes you gotta risk a lot. You gotta risk it to get the biscuit. This gives us, oh, water breathing. This is what we should put on our Fairy Queen. It's like made for you. Okay, forging stuff later. I'm gonna site search here. What are we doing here? I think you can research. Okay, what this guy, I think we're gonna go ahead and set you to preach. It's gonna be a long road to getting the Dominion work down, but... And honestly, it might even be fat. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where this army... What's this army gonna do after we take it? This army's probably gonna, like, chill out right here, where I can... I don't know, this is Vanarus. I guess I could teleport the army around, too. Got this under siege. Okay, damn forging. Let's make sure we're site searching everything for death. Another one of those. We'll make another. I do need more armor. Well, actually, you know what? We need a crystal shield. So let's go find our crystal shield maker. I know you're somewhere. Here you are. Earth Astral. I forget which one it's 3 of. 3 Astral. I actually don't have an easy way to get 3 Astral at the moment. Do I have somebody in my base who's... Okay, this guy's actually going to be easier to do, so... Okay, he can make a crystal shield. Boom. Now that on this Air Queen can do Fog Warriors. And then I also need to think about, if we're doing Fog Warriors on her, I don't want her to die. That's like... extremely important now. Fairy in a bottle would be kind of cool. But I think what will be more cool is something that will prevent her from dying, like this. Combined with this. Get another Ring of Returning. Yeah, that will be really just debilitatingly strong. Like, there's no way they're going to take 50 PD with Army of Gold and Fog Warriors and Foul Vapors. Oof. Okay, what are you doing? Okay, Home Slice, I think you're no longer going to be doing thug-like things with your curse and 10 different... if you recall, he got these all from, like, 5 poison damage. I'm sure he Site Search for Earth. Does he Site Search Water 3? Probably. You know, it's possible we could get, like, somebody coming over here and trying to kill me with, like, a little thug. And we'll just move him just in case with Living Water. Something like that. We'll deal with, you know, casual thugs. Weekend thugs. Man, we have burnt through our big little astral pile, haven't we? What are we gonna do? I think we're gonna make another anti-magic amulet just to have one lying around. And then a coral sword to go with that crystal shield. Though we may give her a thistle mace, I'm not sure. Probably not. And then you, I probably could use another one. These are so cheap for me, too. Yeah. I get 1 cost reduction, plus I get the little Hammer Forge discount because they're cheaper for Atlantis. Should make some more of those. It's a good item. Now, Death, where do I need a big lich? I think I need one for this theater, so I think that is where you're going to go. I think we're going to make another lich. Four is kind of high. I think we're going to stay till we get 6. Taking this and this fort out will be really, really good for my Dominion push. I'll maybe moving here to take this stuff back. We'll see. He's definitely not going to be able to get here in time. Preach here. We've only got 1 of Vius's Dominion. Okay, you've been empowered in blood, which means you can now make yourself a Sanguine Dowsing Rod. You're going to continue to blood hunt. You're doing the slow break into blood. Honestly, it's not really going to be vampires for us. I think it's going to be flesh eaters and a few other miscellaneous blood items, like the Heart of Life, which you can see we're already we're not using yet. We should be using. Oh no, we're already using right here. 10 reinvigoration. Ooh. Ooh. This guy's got 16 reinvigoration. He goes berserk. He's gonna have 30 protection. Shock resistance is nice. Honestly, more HP wouldn't be bad either. Like a coral sword. TNG's not an air nation. I think the coral sword's better. Do I have any? No. We see Vanarus giving giving Relay hell, which is something I'm very, very excited about. I'm not sure where they're going to go. So Vanarus actually has now taken this whole coast back. Ys had just kind of reclaimed control, but then apparently did not, was not able to keep it. So that's very interesting. If they're able to keep Ys in the ocean, it's going to be very good for me when I decide to attack him, if I do. I've kind of been thinking about it today, and I'm not sure if I'm going to attack him, but I'm leaning towards it. I've got to figure out my next war. I mean, part of it is I just want to get my Dominion out, like, over here. And I want to steal that global from TNG. Celestial Rainbow. It's a pretty damn good global to have in the late game. God, you remember back when I was thinking about, oh, I'm gonna do Arcane Nexus, then steal Celestial Rainbow? Oh, how I was wrong. They fought me so well on Arcane Nexus. Really sucked. But I think with a lot of Ys's land, he hasn't really site-searched Astral. I don't think I see a single freaking Astral site. But that doesn't make sense. Ys does have Astral. They don't have good Astral, though. I think well, here's... No, I searched for that. Didn't I? Oh, no, I didn't. Once I conquer him, I'll probably ask him what he site searched, and he may or may not tell me. But if he does, it'll be nice. Okay, so I think we've got... This one might be 2 more turns, the Holy See. I think we're going to move this golem back here, actually. That way, if they come here, I can teleport on top of them. Like, maybe teleport him and an astral water mage? Could be good. Okay. Man, this place is just up and cranking out units. Look at all these guys. And this is going to be sick to get. I think I mentioned it, but enchantment bonus. That means... What are all the enchantment shenanigans? Obviously, Nexus is at the bottom here. Gifts of Nature's Bounty is a game-winning spell, kind of. If you're big, it is. Basically, like, doubles your income, I think. Maybe even more. Haunted Forest, I don't think so. Wrathful Sea, don't think so. You know, potentially people can lock me in the ocean too, which would be kind of annoying. That would be really annoying. But there's no open global spots, so I'm not really thinking that's going to happen. Honestly, that would be scary, because I could then kind of attack... If I take her layout, it's going to be bad news. I mean, I've already got enough army in this lake, there's no way... Like, even if I sent no more troops in... Well, I don't know. Maybe that these 2 armies are outside, like they cast it this turn. But, yeah. No, probably even this is enough to take the rest of this slowly. Especially with this fort producing stuff. But... yeah, if they can't get me out, I'm going to be a terror this game. Just, they can't get me out of the lakes. There's no way. The other kind of developing news is Pythium has taken this, so, and it's not cracked yet. I do need to get a scout over here. Not sure what that army is doing, but... I think we've got a good setup. Yeah. The only problem is these guys coming in are going to be coming in from Gift of Health. So they're going to have a lot of HP. But But I think with foul vapors, I think that's actually going to be the trick. I wonder if I actually... What? Serpent's Blessing. You actually have to be nature 3 to cast. Can't quite do that yet. But the Fairy Queen probably can. She can probably come in, drop like Serpent's Blessing and then Fog Warriors and then pass out. That'll probably be pretty good for her. We'll see. It's just silly. It's honestly silly. Like, have they not seen Mr. Hands? Do they not know he's around? I mean, he's stronger than he's ever been. He's got the Summit. He's got Ember. I need one for... I need to find out what's a shock resistance one. Like, what's the best unique artifact that gives shock resistance? I don't know if there is one, but we'll find out. But anyway, I think that's it. We've kind of done our turn now, together. Oh, I haven't queued up any research. Okay, so we're going for Conjuration 9, apparently, because I've been lazy with research. Which is not bad. It's going to give me tarts. How do I feel about tarts? Not great, really. They're kind of a waste of resources if you don't have ways to heal them. The enchantment site that I got will make... Where's Gift of Reason? Is it not here? It's Thaumaturgy, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The, what else can I do here? We've got... Abominations I could summon. Kinda cool, but overpriced. Ghost Riders, reasonably cheap. Very good anti-thug. They're basically like horrors. You don't get to keep them after. You send them in, then they kind of kill shit and die. But they're pretty good. There's a lot of things that they can kill. Awakened Tarask. Overpriced. Really, the only reason you go here is for Tartarians, which I'm not really getting, but I guess we might as well finish it. I mean, honestly, we're not going to finish it. Who the fuck am I kidding? We're going to go in... Construction 8. Then we'll head back up for Conjuration 9. What do I have in Thaumaturgy? I mean, we're getting pretty close to just having everything, but... Soul Drain could be cool. Worm That Walks, very cool. Definitely one of my preferred nature spells. Okay, I think that'll be next. Thaumaturgy 8. And then we'll probably do a foray into blood, but we'll see. I mean, I guess at some point I might have vampires, but honestly, if I win this game from vampires, it's going to be a very sad game. Oh man, all these wasted gems. I had that Naiad ready to go. Summoned, empowered. But honestly, with this war with Ysian winding down, it's going to give me water gems to steal Celestial Rainbow, which will give me, yeah, some nice luck scales. I mean, I already have the luck scales. It's basically going to give me 500 income, which is okay, and it's going to make it very hard to target my shit with, like, yeah, bunch of stuff. I think we're good. I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.